Hi guys, this is Dustin Thickpin, Mr. Too Blessed to Be Stressed, and today we are going to talk about super targeted free traffic. One of the most important skills you can learn if you're doing this online marketing thing is learning how to master one source at least of free traffic. Obviously it'd be better to learn multiple sources, but you always want to start with one and focus on one till you can master it, and then move on to others. Because if you're just going to keep paying for traffic over and over again, you're going to eventually go broke. Especially if you're not learning how to, what converts and what will turn, traffic into leads, into sales. If you're not doing it right, and if you're using paid traffic, you'll go broke fast. Trust me. So we want to cover this today, and hopefully you learned something. And I think this is one of the easiest actually ways to get free traffic, and it does take time to get it, to get in there and daily and put a couple hours in. But once you learn it, is one of the most valuable things you can learn. So let's get started. So today we're actually going to talk about who's your target customer, where is your target customer, and how to help them and drive them to your product or service. So first, who's your target customer? One of the first steps you want to do is to brainstorm your target customers and their desires, their interests, and their thoughts. So, for example, if you're selling a blogging service like Empower Network, you could think about people. What are your customers thinking about? They're thinking about maybe they want an easy blogging platform. Potential customers might be thinking they're wanting a blog to use without having to, code HTML. They want a blog they can use from their phone. They might want an alternative to WordPress blogs. They might want a blog that can, maybe make them money. Maybe they're thinking about using the blog for money, to make them money. And, they might want something just, blogs for dummies, or just, stupid, easy blogs. They also might be searching for things such as how to start a blog. Could be, you could go more targeted, like blogs for moms, where to start blogging, all that kind of stuff. So, that's the kind of stuff you want to be thinking about. This is one of the most valuable things that you can think about, is to get into the mind of your customer. Now, you want to spend a little bit of time on brainstorming, a good bit of time actually, to make sure that you understand what your target customers are thinking. You want to kind of get inside their head, because once you understand like their needs and their desires, you can sell to them so much easier. So, where is your target customer? Okay, so now that you know what your target customer is interested in, how can you find them? So the key here is that we want to find message boards, certain message boards and forums online that we can find active discussions going on with people asking questions and saying they have problems, all from your targeted customers, the people that you're looking for your, to gear your offer, your product to. So we're going to go over this stuff right here on this PowerPoint, and then directly after I'm going to show you exactly where this stuff is online on the internet. So a couple places you can start to look for message boards and forums. There's a website called boardreader.com, and also you can go to Google, and there's kind of this little cool thing you can do where if you type in Google, you can search whatever your search phrase is for the message board, the forum. So for example, we were talking about Empower Network, so you could search how to start a blog, and then you could type this little code over here. Basically, it says INURL and then :forum. So basically, when you type your search phrase, Google's going to search for that, and then they're also going to search for the word forum in the URL, the website address, so that it's finding forums with that search phrase. So it's a great place to start. You can also use Board Reader, like I said, which is also a good place to start. So once you do that, you'll start to find these message boards. And this is where we get into how you can help your customers and drive them to your offer, which is what we're looking for. That's how we get the traffic. We get the customers to the offer. So as you find these message boards, these forums, you want to look for ones that are very active, ones that are getting new posts on a daily basis and lots of views. So I'm going to show you what to look for in a second, but basically you want to go there, you want to look for stuff that forums that are still, has just been updated, like people have been posting stuff, recently, like within the same day. People are constantly posting, they're getting hundreds of views, because basically the more views you're getting in that forum, that's more traffic that's going to go to your link, and more people that are going to see your link to your website, to your offer. So once you find these websites, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and register and join these websites, the forum and message board websites, and you're going to add your link to your product or offer to your signature. So basically, if you don't know, your signature is kind of like a preset thing in your profile on the message boards or forums, so that whenever you post something in the forums, like you're answering a question or helping somebody out, that automatically goes underneath your message. So basically, it's kind of like your ad. We want to make sure that we just don't make it too spammy looking. We don't want to put make money here. You don't want to make it too crazy and like in your face. You want it to be kind of intriguing and try to generate a little bit of curiosity and kind of speak to those desires we talked about in your customers. So a good example of this example with Empower Network we're going with is you might put something like in your signature, WordPress aggravates me so much. Things are so much simpler now with this blog platform, and you would just link that that sentence or that blog platform, those two words, to your Empower Network offer, or maybe even like a review to Empower Network, wherever you want your traffic to go. Now, some of these forums do have rules about linking to capture pages, but you can always link it to like a review of Empower Network or a review of your product, or you can get creative. But the point is, most of them allow these links in there. If for some reason they don't allow you to put links in your signature, you can also consider buying a custom domain. Like, for example, I don't actually own this, I just put this as an example, but if you bought the domain betterthanwordpress.com, you could just throw that in there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a link that people understand. They can just copy and paste it into the bar. So that's one way of doing it too. If you don't know how to buy a domain, you can go back to lesson 4 in my training series, and you'll be able to look at the video on how we go through GoDaddy and buy a domain. So make sure you go back if you need to. After you've set your signature all up, the rest is pretty simple. You just want to start helping people. Now, this is where you want to make sure that you're actually not spamming and you're not just going into well, actually, we'll talk about that in a second, but make sure that you're answering questions. Make sure that you're solving problems for these people. Even if it's just like, somebody's posting that they're having a bad day, their blog sucks, or they're just having trouble getting it the way they want it to, maybe it's too complicated, maybe they don't know how to use HTML and they're just getting frustrated. Just go in there and give them some encouraging words. Tell them it's all right. Everybody starts off the same way. Everybody has to learn. Just make sure that you're giving that friendly, warm help, that friendly, warm encouragement to that person. Because basically, the more you help people, the more exposure you'll get. The more you put out, the more posts basically you make in these forums, the more people are going to see your signature and the more exposure you're going to get. But you want to make sure you come off as a person of leadership, a person of knowledge, and who knows what they're talking about, is a really honest and authentic person. So you want to make sure that you kind of put that through and that people see that. So basically, when you do this, though, it's pretty amazing. It's kind of like putting your ad up for free on tons of different pages right in front of the most targeted customers, because we're searching out these forums and message boards that that our customers are just there already. So we're helping them. We're just kind of throwing our little ad underneath every single offer or every single message we put. And as long as you're not spammy and as long as you're not making it so it looks like it's all about you, make sure you're helping people, it comes across really well, and it does really well. I understand that everyone won't click your link in your signature, but the people who do are the ones that are most likely to buy because they're so targeted. So if you can't find a place to add a signature for some reason, if it's maybe you don't see a place in your profile or in the options to add a signature, just write something up in Notepad or something, and just keep it, just copy and paste it every time you leave a message, just like a PS line or something. You could do it just like I did the other one. You're like, in PS, if you're having trouble with your blog, there's an easier one to use right here. And then you can put your website. So you can still do it even if they don't offer the signature option. So final tips, and then we'll get to I'll go into the screen. I'll show you how to do this in Google and do this on the website board reader. So don't leave short one-line comments just to get your signature there. like, that's awesome, good job, thanks for sharing. You don't want just little 2-word postings, because it's pretty obvious at that point that you're just trying to get your signature in there and get your link in front of people. The idea here is to truly help people and position yourself as a person of knowledge and experience. Also, don't be afraid to answer questions you don't know, because that's, I think, as you're probably going over this, you might be thinking, okay, Dustin, that sounds great, but I don't know a lot of stuff right now. That's why I'm here, which is fine. And it's actually even better, because once you get these questions, if you don't know the answer to them, just go to Google and search. I mean, because most people don't even go to Google and search for this stuff. They just post a question on the message board, and they just expect help. Sometimes, it's easier that way. But take some time, take 5 minutes, go to Google, just, even just put their question in, or, search out the answer, figure out what it is, find the best answer you can, and just give it to them. Just type it out, like, this is a good website for that. I found out about this software that does what you want. Here, click, look at here. So you can do that. Anybody can answer questions when you have, Google, because basically you have all the answers at your fingertips with with Google and the internet. And so don't be afraid to go out there and learn some new stuff, because once you learn this stuff, you're learning stuff about your customers. You're learning stuff that they're having trouble with. I mean, this is golden information, guys. This is a great way for you to learn. This is a great way for you to, show people that you care. One of the most important thing is do this on a daily basis. And the more you do it, the better results you'll get. Plus, like I said before, you're learning more and more about your target customers. This is golden information when you're trying to speak to their core desires and frustrations. This is really, really valuable information as you start to write ads, and as you're collecting emails, as you start to email them later. If you know like what they're suffering with, what they're dealing with, then it's so much easier to kind of write to that as you talk to them and speak to those frustrations, and then speak to those problems that they're having, and then provide solutions to those. So this is very, very important stuff. So like I said, don't think about it so much as I don't know this. Think about as where can I find the answer? And once you do, just help them out. People are very appreciative, and you'll get links clicked just from people being curious about, oh, this guy's a good person, he helped me out, so let me see what he's got down here, what's this going on in his signature. So it's a good way to get started, and this is a great way to get free traffic. And if you do this on a daily basis, what happens is not only is the person you're helping out seeing your signature, but people, like hundreds of people, can come back and read that over and over and over again, days and months and years later. These websites, these message boards stay up. So if somebody searches it out on Google and that keyword comes up, you can even get traffic that way. The possibilities are endless, but the point is you need to do it on a consistent daily basis. So I'm going to step out of this PowerPoint real quick, and we're going to go to here. And I'm going to show you Board Reader. So it's basically, like I said, it's just boardreader.com, and I wanted to show you a quick example. So going with the Empower Network example, you might just search start a blog on Blog Reader, and you have some stuff on Yahoo Answers, which is also a great place to go, guys. Answers.yahoo.com. Yahoo Answers is actually a place you can go for just about anything. People ask questions and people want help. So if you can apply that help, give them that help and find out the answers they want, even if it just means you just Google the answer and find and give it to them, it's a great way to put yourself out there. You can put a link to your website underneath, and it's just a good place to find your customers. So another place is you want to look down here. There's a lot. These are all forums and message boards. And there's one down here. See, this is the ultimate guide to blogging, how to start a blog that's epic. This is kind of cool. So whoever's reading this forum wants to know about blogging, and that's our target customers. So you don't necessarily care about the message that's here. You mainly just wanted to find the forum to so you can register and post. So you can apply for membership here. Make your signature and all that good stuff. But I just want to show you, we're going to go here. And by the way, this is blackhatworld.com. Black Hat is like a, if you don't know, it's kind of a little bit of a underhanded way of, ranking your content. If you're doing SEO, ranking it on the search engines, using some some methods that Google is not necessarily happy with, but that works. So we're not going to talk about it too much. I won't talk about Black Hat too much, but this is a good website to go to find your customers. If you just read through here, you can see what people are looking for. This is all in the blogging section too. Somebody's worried about Tumblr banning new accounts. It looks like somebody just posted this yesterday. Actually, it's 12 right now, so this is only an hour ago. It's already had 8 replies to it. And you look at it had 345 views. That means that this person who put this up has had 345 people look at their post, and all the posts underneath most likely. So you need to look at here. So somebody says they need the best SEO plugin for WordPress. So you could go in here, you could Google, what is the best SEO plugin for WordPress, and you could read a couple of reviews. You can see what you think is the best, or if you've been doing this for a while and you actually know one that you use personally, recommend them that one. But the point is to help them, give them help, and then make sure you supply your signature underneath. What I use is I personally say something like, my signature says, "Have I helped you today? Would you like some more help? If you would, go ahead and visit my website at www.mr2blessedtobestressed.com. It's super simple, and it kind of speaks to them. Like, did I help you? Of course I did. So get him more help here. So it offers more help, and it puts you off in a good position. It puts you off as the teacher, as the good-hearted person wanting to help them out. So it's all good stuff. So this person says, plan for a new blog. Any advice? And so this person has had 11 replies, and 350 people have viewed it. So this talks about some product being a scam. It's got 30 replies. People have actually posted to it, and it's had over 1,000 views. If you notice some of this stuff too, it's been here for a while. I told you about some of this stuff. It stays around for a while. So this is actually from February of 2013, and it's only got 6 replies on it, but 786 people have seen it. So it's stayed around for a while. What you need to get used to is seeing what kind of goes viral. You need to look for stuff that gets lots of views, it gets lots of interest. So you'll see a lot of things like, how do I start off making money online? I'm just getting started. What do I need to do? So you might see something like that, and that's a lot of stuff like that will go viral. But you kind of just get a feel for it. Depends on what niche you're in, what product you're working with, to really kind of get that down. But look for stuff that might go viral. Just in the beginning, just start answering questions everywhere you can, and just spend some time, just helping people. And to be honest with you, it kind of pays you back. Like if you're helping people, giving them answers they need, people are going to be gravitated towards you because they see that you're a person who knows what they're talking about. They see that you're a person that wants to help, and they'll be naturally attracted to you. So just there's different questions. You can kind of get the idea here, guys. There's lots of websites you can go to. If you're actually going to sell an opportunity like Empower Network, you're trying to sell blogs or the products, or the other product that we do is that I do is MTTB, my top tier business. If you're doing that, you want to go to forums that have a lot of people about opportunities and making money online. I'll give you 2 quick websites that are pretty good for that stuff. The first one is going to be betternetworker.com, and they actually have a forum up here you can register for. And once you get into here, you can see there's main MLM discussion. So if you're business opportunities. It's got currently 75,000 posts. And they have PPC, which is pay-per-click and SEO marketing forums. All this stuff, you can kind of go in here and see what topics are, people asking questions. You can just go respond to whatever you need to. It all depends on what your product is. I mean, this is one, like I said, good for business opportunities and making money opportunities. You can also go to, and you guys might already know this one, but it is the Warrior Forum. Warrior Forum is one of the hottest places you can go because there's constantly thousands and thousands of people online posting questions. You can just go to the main marketing forum, just start answering questions. And the first thing up here is a question: what is GTD? I have no idea, but I could Google it, I promise you. What's easy to use membership software? What's your favorite internet marketing WordPress plugin? So there's lots of stuff on here, guys. You can just answer questions. And Warrior Form makes it really easy to make a signature. And what's really cool is you can actually get people to thank you on here. People can see how many times you've been thanked. So if you're constantly helping people and people can see that, Dustin has received, 100 thank yous, in the last, 6 months or something, they kind of view you more as a credible source. They're more likely to look at your post and to look at your signature. So that's really all I have. I did want to show you this real quick too. We were talking about the Google thing. So let's see if I have it up here. So when you go to google.com, if you want to use this to search for forums and message boards, you just type in your subject or your phrase. So we can just search, like we were talking about how to blog. So I'll just type that in. And then afterwards, you search your phrase. You want to put in INURL:forum, because this is going to search for the word forum in the URL, the website address. So you want to search that. And then you can notice that it's searching for the blog keyword, but it's also looking in the URL for the word forum. So it has forum in all of these. So it's a good place to find forums and message boards and stuff. Just another way to go around finding. You can search through tons of Google results, I'm sure. But all these different blogs and forums in those blogs where people are talking about this stuff. You just want to look for something that's relevant, something that's recent, that people are responding to, getting views. We talked about views in the other one. You could check out the views on here. Some of these things get hundreds and thousands of views on Warrior Forum. You can see just these recently posted on 5/27/14 that it has 64 replies and has 939 views. All these are views on the right here. 561 views, 426 views, 677 views. Guys, these are eyeballs on your ad or on your signature that could actually potentially go to your website. So check this out. This is an example of a very viral post that went. So it's how to make money online, and it has 5,707 views. So a lot of people are seeing this one. So if you had seen this one and you had replied to it with a helpful answer, like you were the second or third person that replied to it, everybody would see your reply. That all 5,000 people, because they would go down there where they see the first, second replies, and it's like eyeballs on your offer. It is gold, free gold. So that's all I got, guys. This is good stuff. So I hope you take the value of this and run with it, because it can really change your business if you master this and you just take the time. And it's really not that hard. You just take the time to do it every day. Take an hour, take 30 minutes, and just do this, and just get some posts out there and some helpful comments, and just you'll start to see the traffic start to trickle in. If you start to do it more and more, it'll obviously grow more and more. So the point is to get started, and don't get caught up on these questions. You're like, I don't know the answer to that. Just look it up, guys. Just use Google, use your resources, and you will learn this over time, and you'll be able to help others, and you'll remember this stuff for use later. So it's already been a little while. Let's see. Okay, I've been talking for 23 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, guys. That's it. That's all I got for today. Take action. Go ahead and find some message boards, some forums that relate to your customer, that relate to your product. Go help people. Set up your signature, set up your link. It's not really that hard. It just takes a little bit of time. So go out there and do it, guys. This is Dustin Thickman, Mr. Too Blessed to Be Stressed, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks.